So that means in zero order, like if we will just increase or decrease the concentration of reactant, it will not going to affect the rate of reaction because it is independent of the rate of reaction, because here the value is constant. So that means rate is going to remain constant. But when we take first order reaction, just look at the board. First order reaction means rate is directly proportional, whether you write this way, right, or you write in a proportionality manner, it means the same, right. So in first order, what we have, rate is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant A and concentration of B, as we took this A and B in general equation as reactants. So first order means that it can be that the power for A is 0 and power for B is 1. It can be like that, and it can exist like this also, that it is directly proportional to A and B, in which we are considering the power of A 1 and for B it is 0. So in both the case, if we add powers, it is going to be, it will the sum way is going to be 1. See, 0 plus 1 is 1, so that indicates that it is a first order reaction. Similarly, 1 plus 0, so it is going to indicate that it is a first order reaction, because we know that by just giving the sum of the powers, we indicate the order of reaction, right. So in this reaction, that means this reactant concentration is not contributing towards the rate. So that means rate directly depends upon the concentration of B, right. And in this case, as the power for the B is 0, so that means rate is directly proportional to the concentration of A. It is hardly affected by the change in the concentration of B. So that means if I increase the concentration, suppose I make it double, right, we have 1 here, so that means the rate is also going to be double. It has a direct effect. We call it as that in first order reaction, the rate is directly affected by the change in the concentration of any one of the reactant, as we took B here and as in this we took A. So that means if I'll just double it, the rate is going to be double. If I'll half the concentration of B, it is going to be half. Similarly, if I increase the concentration, if I make the concentration of A 4 times, so obviously the rate is going to be increased by 4 times. If I decrease it by 4 times, that if I make it 1 by 4, so obviously the rate is going to be 1 by 4. So that means it has a direct effect. So I have an example here. Suppose I have example N2O5 giving us 2NO2 plus half O2. So this is the reactant and this is the product. So that means in this reaction, rate will be directly proportional to the concentration of N2O5 raised to power 1. So that means rate just depend upon the concentration of N2O5. If I'll just like increase or decrease the concentration of N2O5 by the same amount, the rate is going to affect, right. So one more example, the radioactive decay. So what is radioactive decay? Radioactive decay, that certain elements which have unstable nuclei, their mass start disintegrating in the form of energy. So in that case also the rate depends upon the concentration of that radioactive substance. So this is all is included in the first order reaction. Now when we see second order reaction, so that means if I am going to write the rate law equation, then it will be like this. It will be directly proportional. We know that we have reactants A and B. So it is going to be directly proportional to the concentration of A and B. Now when we talk about order, so that means the sum of X and Y is going to be 2. It should be 2. So that means it can be like this, that we have the power of A as 2 and power of B is 0. So that means in this, obviously the sum is going to be 2, indicating the second order. So in this reaction, rate is going to affect only by the concentration of A, not by B, because the power of B is 0. It is not contributing toward the rate of the reaction. We can have one more combination. We can have possibility that it may exist like this. This is 0 this time and this is 2 this time. So that means in this it is hardly affected by the change in the concentration of A, and its rate depends upon the concentration of B. This relation can be written in the other manner also. We can have the relation. See, this is the first type, second, and this is the third. We can write like this, A and B both raised to power 1. So in this case also we are getting 2. That means the order becomes 2. So in this, what is contributing? Obviously both the reactants are contributing. and the same like the contribution towards the rate of reaction is the similar one. So either it may exist as this, or may exist as this, or may exist as this. It means the same, that if we increase, like if I make the concentration 2 times, if I make the concentration 2 times, so obviously rate is going to increase by 4 times, because 2 into 2, 4. And if I just if I make the concentration, so it is okay that if I make the concentration 2 times, the rate is going to increase by 4 times. If I am going to increase the concentration by say 4 times, so obviously it is going to increase by 16 times. So that means it is just going to be double. Suppose I make it 5 times or 3 times I take, so it becomes 9 times. Similarly, we can take, if I increase it by 5 times, it is going to be 25 times. So this is how we write the second order reaction. Now coming to the third order, so third order means rate depends upon concentration of A and B again. So we can have different combination as we took in this one, right? So that means it can happen like this, that this is 3 and this is 0. The possibility is this, that it can be written as this way also. So this is not contributing in this reaction, and in this reaction this is not contributing. We can write in this way also. In this, the sum of the powers is again 3. We can take the other combination as well. Again the sum is going to be 3. Right. So we can write in either of the way, by using either of the rate law equation, we can write either of the equation. So it means the same. That means if you are going to increase the rate by 2 times, so if the concentration is increased by 2 times, the rate is going to be 8 times, because we have, it is a third order reaction. So that means if I am going to increase the concentration by 3 times, so the rate is going to increase by 27 times. So that means the rate is going to be tripled, because it is the third order reaction. As I told you that we have the zero order reaction, you understood that what is first order reaction, we know the second order reaction, we know the third order. One more order exists, that is the fractional order. So that means the order can be in fraction also. Just look at the board. I told you one more example before also. Suppose we have CHCl3 plus Cl2, it gives us CCl4 plus HCl. In this reaction, the rate depends upon the concentration of CHCl3 and Cl2. Obviously, it is going to depend on it, because these are reactants. But when we talk about their powers, as I told you, X and Y power are just the experimental values, not the stoichiometric coefficients. So in this, when we just look by doing an experiment, that rate is directly proportional to their concentration. And you know what is the power for CHCl3? It is 1, and for Cl2 it is half. So that means the order of reaction is going to be 1 plus half, that is 1.5. So that means it is proved that we can have the fractional orders too. So this is how you are going to indicate the order. So I think it's clear that if somebody is going to ask you about the order of a reaction, so it is not a big task, it is just the sum of the experimental values, that is X plus Y, and we can have different orders. As I told you, we can have different combinations. You should be well versed with it, that like if somebody asks you for zero order, you should know that the rate of reaction is constant. It's going to be constant. It is hardly affected by the rate in the the change in the concentration of the reactants. In the case of first order, what we saw, that the rate is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactant. That means the same amount, if we double or half, or the concentration of reactant or increase or decrease by the certain time, it has a direct effect on the rate of the reaction as well, right? And if we talk about the second order, so that means it just doubles. If the concentration doubles, so rate also doubles. If it becomes tripled, so rate also triples. And in the third order, in the second order it doubles, right? And in the third order it triples. And we do have the fractional order. You don't need to learn the fractional order. You will be given with the question that the rate depends upon this and this, and the fraction is this. You don't need to remember, but if you can recall certain examples, so keep few examples ready in your hand. Otherwise you will be given with the the rate, that this rate, the concentration is in fractions.